There we go. Hey everybody, welcome back. Hope you guys all had a very good day. It well, we had a pretty bearish day here, guys. Bitcoin's resting on support. Loki wants to say hello. I don't know if you guys can see him. Loki, come here. Loki says hello. I know you guys can't see him as much, but he does say hello. Today I wanted to look at Bitcoin from a little more of a macro view. Let's kind of what's going on over the past few months, past year or so we can kind of keep on seeing like, hey, see where we are, zoomed out a little bit. We can kind of talk a little bit more detail in the future over the next, half an hour or so. And then today I also wanted to go over some news as well. So we do have some big news as far as Twitter, which we'll talk about, Elon Musk giving up the CEO seat. And then we also have some negotiations going on, getting postponed as far as the debt ceiling. So I'm wondering if this debt ceiling nonsense is going to get the market freaking out just a tad bit more. So we're going to be looking at some options and things like that to see where some of these where all this money is kind of flowing into. Okay. And hey, little Cola, happy to see you back, man. Hope you're doing well. So start everything off with today, I do want to talk to you guys about the news. As always, I do want to let you guys know that this stream is sponsored by Chart Prime. Go check them out. They have a link down below. They have some really good overlays, and I think you guys are going to enjoy them a lot. I am putting out a video on how to use some of their indicators to make a good strategy out of it, and that's coming out on Sunday. So keep a close eye out for that one. And hey, Nico, happy to see you back as well. So, first big story here today, this one was a little bit more surprising to me because I've been hearing how this is such a big, serious thing. We have to take this seriously. I'm not really taking it that seriously personally, but, I'm a cynic when it comes to politics and how I think these people are going to roll. Debt ceiling meeting between Biden and congressional leaders postponed until next week. That's not good news if you want to see this, if you want to see progress. Maybe there's some backroom dealing happening or something like that, but I just wanted to read some of the key points here. If you guys want to read the entire story, you are free to do so on your own time, but this was a pretty dry read from what I read earlier, okay? So basically, a debt ceiling meeting between President Biden and the top congressional leaders has been delayed until next week. Biden, House Speaker Kevin McCarthy, Hakeem Jeffries, Chuck Schumer, and Mitch McConnell they were supposed to sit down Friday. Looks like that's not going to happen now. The U.S. government faces a potential default as soon as June 1st if Congress does not address the debt limit. Now, they always say as soon as June 1st, so I'm not entirely sure if June 1st is actually the hard deadline, or they might be able to push it out a few more days. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what happens there, but this is just kind of showing us that, hey, they're still having some issues here, and that may spook out the market. Will it be a long-term downward move, something like that? No, but we could see an increased amount of volatility on the downward side since we kind of have gone up so much, and you kind of seen all this wild stuff happening over the past few days, okay? And hey, Alex, happy to see you back, man. Texas love from the stream. Oh, you headed to Texas. Oh, dude, have fun in Texas down there. I'm getting some Texas weather right now. It's freaking starting to get warm up here, and I'm having to watch Loki and make sure that he's getting enough water and not spending too much time outside, getting all panting and stuff like that. He will overrun very, very easily, so I have to drench him with water with the hose and stuff like that if he does, and he loves it. And hey, Nicholas, happy to see you back, my man, and PHX. Good evening, Mike and Loki. Hope you guys all had a very good day, guys. I did some morning trading for the copy trading this morning, and that was pretty fun. But guys, today was a wild day in the marketplace here. A lot of the gains that we made over the last 24 hours after the last little dump we had, I assume from the government selling Bitcoin, but I still haven't been able to verify that. It seems like people think the government did that, but I don't know. We kind of gave back all of those gains in a really fast manner. I did do some longs in the bottom, and I was able to get a really good price point. But man, it was definitely, how do I say this, in a very intriguing morning. So beyond this story here, as far as the meeting being postponed, Congress and the government not working as well, I think they're probably all getting ready for this, Title 42. I think it's Section 42, Title 42, whatever it's called, that being overturned here pretty soon. That's going to cause a lot of chaos because all the images of the migrants coming across the border is probably going to spark a whole bunch of debate. I already can see the news media getting ready to send all their people down there talking about the crisis at the border, the crisis, oh, the humanity. And well, actually, speaking of Texas, I just saw videos on TikTok a few days ago, maybe yesterday, where they were saying that there was tons of uh, uh, people from Central and South America who were in El Paso, I think it was, and they had nothing. They had like no beds or anything because they're just over, like they're flooded with them. The system can't handle it. And I saw that people were like pretty much like homeless on the streets, like we have over here in Seattle and Tacoma area. Like the government is totally out of their depth right now. They need to do something. I don't know. I'm not an expert in this, but it seems like they're doing a very bad job. So that could be one of the reasons all this was postponed, because you can see that there's going to be a I don't know, a chaotic, a mini crisis. I don't know if you're going to call this a big crisis. I don't know. But there's going to be some drama as far as political drama happening over the next few days. All right. Other big news here today, though, guys, I thought was pretty interesting, is this. Elon Musk says he's stepping down as the Twitter CEO. He's going to oversee the product, it looks like, but he's not going to be the CEO anymore. This is good for me as a Tesla holder because I do want him to be more focused on Tesla. However, I still think he's still going to put a lot of time into Twitter, to be frank with you guys, and I think that's going to be good for everybody. I think he just wanted to settle all the rumors that he's overextending himself, he's not doing enough, and to be frank, I think Elon Musk understands that the market is kind of going in the wrong direction. We might be heading for a recession, so he needs to figure out exactly how he wants to guide Tesla through all that crisis, right? All that drama, so to speak. Just a bad market environment, a bad economy. And I think that's going to be good for him because, honestly, at this point, I don't really know how Twitter makes money besides the subscription model that they have with the Twitter Blue stuff, and like you can subscribe to people now, and then just ads. I think that's really the main ways they get ad revenue, maybe some API stuff every now and again. But when I look at Twitter, I think the new CEO can easily start to look for other ways to generate revenue. That'll be good. Something that liberals won't freak out about every day because what happened? Trump happened last night. He went on CNN. I felt bad for that lady that was moderating. She didn't do a good job at all. She kind of tried to interject too many of her personal points into it. But Trump was a little too experienced for her, I think, as far as how to get the crowd going, how to get the applause and everything like that in the town hall, which was kind of like Trump knocked it out of the park from what I believe. I did watch the part of the after show episode with CNN, but CNN was like, they were mad, I think, about how much applause he got. I don't think they were expecting a pro-Trump crowd to be there, but I do think Twitter is going to be more moderate, and it's going to probably tick people off on the left just because it's kind of moving more from this to the center from the left. Yeah. But even more still, I think Elon Musk just kind of steered the shift more to the center, but we're still kind of on the left-hand side. So we'll see how wild things get in the future. I bought Tesla calls and shares in a Tesla TSLL. What's that? What's the TSLL? But what do you call, when it comes to Tesla, let's look at it very fast because Tesla had a pop today on the news that Elon Musk is going to be leaving Twitter for, there we go. There we go. Let's just go to the 15-minute chart. And of course, we're getting some more breakouts here. I mean, what is this? Probably right up there, yeah. But it looks like Tesla's breaking out today. That's a really good move here. But it really was towards the end of the day when you heard that news come in. I mean, Tesla just flew off the charts, broke out a little bit before that. But, this was a really big day for Tesla here. Go over here to the weekly chart. Let's get rid of everything else there. You can kind of see that little bang that we're kind of dealing with right now, but we don't need to talk about that. There we go. Let's go daily. You can see generally we're in a nice little downtrend here, but we are having a nice little gap fill perhaps when it comes to tomorrow's market, and that's going to be a really good trade for a lot of you guys that have been buying up options into Tesla. Let's go to Livestream. There we go. I just want to look at Tesla very fast whenever it loads up. So these are the calls from today. Oh my gosh, the puts are enormous. Somebody loaded up on Tesla puts. This is insane. Now, this looks to be one individual, I will say, because all these expire, or the majority of them expire 1/19/2024. But this is something this is wild. This is the highest premium of the day. Wow. Like, I wonder if he did this knowing that at the end of the day, he was about to make that announcement. Because now all these puts, I mean, the puts will probably make money if they're banking on a recession. They will make money, but I mean, geez, just they could have had a better deal if they just waited a little bit. All right, so you see some calls that kind of expire a little bit over the next few days. That's kind of what you're looking for, and that's where the majority of the calls are coming in for here. 519, 621, 616, 512, 519. There was a lot of calls here hoping that it goes up to 155. Oh, there's 155, 175. 155 is already in the money. 177. This is probably more of the one you're looking for. 177.50 calls. 216. That's on a bad price. 519, 172, that's already in the money. 177.50 right here, 519, 148. Yeah, so there's some good opportunities here for some calls. Probably the ones that expire next Friday, probably the best. Yeah, the 19. But I just want to see, I mean, guys, this is hundreds of millions of dollars of puts being bought for next year on Tesla. I just want to see it, like, they bought this today. They bought at the end of the day. Okay, it's not going to tell us, but they bought the puts right here, and then it all of a sudden, poof, jumped right up there. So they're going to be down for a little bit, but my gosh, guys, that is absolutely insane. That is wild. They're going to try to short this sucker down hard, because I guess they're probably going to try to exercise a lot of these puts too. But man, wow, that this is a big day for Tesla. Come to see top flow, top options flow live. Yeah, Tesla by far. Somebody 574 million. On the put side, it was 574 million. My dear Lord. Keep an eye out for Tesla, everybody. I mean, we've already seen how volatile this is the weekly chart it can be when the market kind of goes sideways. But I have just never seen anything like that. I think, you know, what people are really afraid of right now is just the banking crisis continuing to kind of spur out into other sectors of the economy. I don't think Tesla's going to have too much of a problem with that, but you know, credit is credit. You need credit to buy a house. You need credit to buy a car. You need credit to buy a lot of stuff out there these days. Especially if you know, you're trying to live beyond your means, which a lot of people do, unfortunately. But before I go over something else here, or what are you guys talking about? Tesla monthly, Tesla options, dividend ETF. Oh, okay. Oh, bull ETF. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, but good luck on those Tesla calls. It looks like they're already making you some good money right now. One of the things I wanted to talk to you guys about here was, if you go check out the banks, I was looking at, I was watching CNBC this morning while I was preparing for dinner. I haven't made dinner yet, but I'm making some carne asada tacos with some fresh guacamole, some lime juice, some cheese, some tortillas, hot sauce, sour cream. Oh, and I'm gonna some tortilla chips crunched up on top to give texture. But what do you call? That's what I'm having for dinner tonight after this. But you guys can see all the banks, not just the small banks. This is Bank of America. This is the weekly chart. You can see all the banks are kind of in a crisis mode right now. I think even JP Morgan, look at this, JP Morgan Chase, it's still coming back down despite having all this new money injected into it. I should say over here. I shouldn't point to over here. This is more inflation stuff. But the banks aren't looking necessarily strong right now. And JP Morgan, not JP Morgan, Jamie Dimon even came out today saying we should look at trying to stop hedge funds from being able to short sell bank stocks because of the fear that will happen. Now, I think he's doing it not because he's afraid of the banks getting short sold and, you know, they're losing value. I think he's doing it because, or the banks, you know, going down. I think he just wants to protect his own shares. Because right now, you know, daily chart, if you look at JP Morgan, they should be much higher than where they are because of all this new money coming in. They're not really doing as good as you would think. Even going over here to MasterCard, this is MasterCard. MasterCard's not breaking out. Which one am I looking for here? Is it PNC? There you go. Sorry, PNC is not MasterCard. PNC Financial Services Group. This one's been coming down as well to making new lows. The guys, last time we were over here was in 2020. That's not good. The other one was Visa, is something that you guys hold for the long term. I've been holding this for a long time. I even see the breakout that happened there. But basically the financial sector, even the ones that are not the small regional banks, they're still having issues right now. And I think people are still kind of afraid of those things getting a little bit worse. Okay. Now let's go back over here to Bitcoin. I do want to change some stuff up here. one of the things I wanted to do is just have a little bit of a support level like we've been talking about. Now, as far as what's going on with Tesla, everybody, not Tesla, excuse me, Bitcoin, we're really close to support. Generally, this is when you guys want to start buying stuff. This is where you guys are hoping for a large move on the upside. The only thing, though, unfortunately, is, you know, we did have that death cross there. We do see the momentum continue to slide. And now we have to worry about the government going into default because our leaders can't get their act together, yada, yada, yada. Now, if you go over here to the 15-minute chart, you'll see that we've kind of been hovering for a while. It's been kind of a boring day since this morning or so, I would say, right? Because I did some day trades this morning. I kind of bought some over here, and I sold it over here, I think, and it was just a short trade. I mean, this is a 15-minute chart, so shorter time frame. And I haven't really been doing much since then, and I'm glad I haven't. I was talking with Babyfish here a while ago, and we were trying to see if Ethereum and Bitcoin would have a stronger move up, but the breakout just never came. And I originally bought this hoping for a much larger move on the upside, and it just didn't come. The buyers weren't there. So right now I'm playing it very cautious as far as buying. I think it's worth buying at these levels, but just having a responsible stop loss. I'm probably going to buy some tonight if I feel like it. But, you know, we are at a support level here. Everything looks to be okay. We're just kind of testing at the waters, and this is usually when people kind of freak out a little bit. So if you guys are going to be buying in here, my main point is, hey, just have a stop loss, protect yourself. If Bitcoin falls, there's a chance we could have like a 1,200 point day, a 1,500 point day. And the last time I said that, we actually had a 1,000 point down day. So, excuse me, guys. Ooh. Just be aware we're kind of at this weird point. The overall stock market is going sideways, except for the NASDAQ that's really boosting up right now, and that's kind of a good thing to see. But just watch out because the stock NASDAQ's been going up, Bitcoin hasn't been going up, so they're not following each other right now. So it's going to be hard to try to guess which way Bitcoin's going off of some of the NASDAQ moves. We're kind of looking at the SPY actually, which is kind of weird. Can I check SPX options? And hey, Alberto, what do you call? Yeah, I love making myself some good food, and I go to that meat shop that I told you guys about. They have some great carne asada, and the carne asada is so thin it only takes about a minute and a half to cook on the grill. It's amazing. You want to look for SPX calls, or you just flow in general. So today the general vibe was much more bearish, and that's for today. This is not historical full. This is just everything that was purchased today. I'm looking at the whole sentiment here. I know you probably can't see it at the top, but the sentiment right here is all bearish. There was about, let me go over here, let's just call it 17,000 calls, 77,000 puts. 16,000 calls, 77,000 puts. Now, what I'm looking at right now is it seems like the majority of this stuff is for 616, 519, 1215, 616, 519. Most of it's for next week. So they're expecting a drop off sometime before next Friday. That's when everybody seems to hope for the downward move. But if we go take a look at this right now and we kind of just peek at the SPX here. All right. You can see we're currently at $4,100 or about. We're at this level of resistance over here. We've been around here for just God knows how long at this point. We just can't seem to break above it. And, you know, in this economy, why would we break above it? But we've been breaking above a lot of other stuff. But yeah, we're kind of at this resistance level, but we're currently at 4,130. Just keep that in the back of your head right here. So 4,030, that's a put right there. This is out of the money, which is interesting. 616, yeah, 16,4, 130, 519, 3,850. That's all the way down here, right? This is all the way back down to the March lows. Now, not all the way back over here, but back over here by next Friday. And how much are they betting on that one? They're betting 1.78 million. Somebody was loading up on puts like we've reached a high point, and it's just been bad overall for the market. That's what we just saw the Tesla. Now we're seeing the SPY, SPX. There's some big moves coming here. You can see unusual. The daily volume was larger than open interest. It was late. Oh, late. That's interesting. Quantity was larger than open interest. Yeah. Written, split. Wow. Yeah, they had to split this up with exchanges. Yeah. Wow. Just so much stuff going on. And there's a 616 call right here, but I'm guessing that's the hedge that they put on there. Wow. Yeah, okay. But for the largest premium, there's definitely a lot of puts, but these puts are mostly for next Friday or going all the way till December. And the December ones are for 3,800, 3,900, kind of matching up with the one we're seeing next week, which is kind of crazy. So they're expecting some volatility here. Did I get that right? 616, 616. Oh, did I have a brain fart here? Hold on a second here, because I think I pushed a button. 519. There's a 519 4000 one. Maybe I got it wrong for the 3800. 37, that's 1215. No. Yeah, I get it right. 519, 2023, 3850. Yeah. I mean, just talk about that. That is just wild. And oh, they're only $1.33 right now. So if you wanted to hop on board with the hedge fund right now and kind of see some of the moves that are going to expire over the next 2 weeks or so, let me actually just go over here to the filters for you very fast. Let's go over here to, no, historical flow. Days to expiration, let's just go for 15 days. Let's go for 30 days. And let's just keep it at that. Let's not go deeper into this whole of filtering out stuff. You can see right here, okay, 519, 4000. That's about 130 but less than where we are right now, or 100 less than where we are right now, actually. SPX 519, 3850, 3825. These guys are wild. 609, 3875. There is a bunch of option flow. So this pretty much tells you guys that hedge funds are expecting a very drastic downward move in the market. Because that means the SPX has to come all the way back down here. Has to come back down like 7% or so. I'm guessing they're doing this not because of the economy or anything like that as far as inflation and stuff. I'm assuming they're doing it because of all the fear going on with the debt ceiling. I still don't see the economy really dragging us down just yet. I think this is more of just fear that's going to be happening because our government isn't smart. So, Congress can't do anything. Government, White House can't do anything. I'm guessing they're about to play that down, but keep an eye on it because that'd be a huge move to the downside. And it seems like that's where the options flow is going. If you go back over here very fast to that mainstream, let's go over here to SPX. Okay. And so all this should be calls that expire the next 30 days or something like that. Something like that. Look at all these puts. XLE, SPX, Netflix puts. I mean, wow. I mean, there's just tons of stuff being put over here now. Meta has a call out for 512. That expires tomorrow, 232. Wait, why did they? Oh, when did it? No, they bought this today. Why? 30. Oh, wait, this must be in the money, right? Yeah, it's in the money. Okay. And they must be about to buy some up here because I was like, what the heck? Charts. Yeah, because they bought it at 570. Right now it's down to 395. Wow, yeah, they must have been just trying to buy up some shares and exercising those options. But overall, very bearish for the options flow market for SPX. Extremely bearish today. Just freaking extremely bearish. That is, even I think, is that Moderna right here as well? Yeah, I think that was Moderna. You're just seeing bloodbath. Absolute bloodbath for the short term. You got some calls coming over here for Tesla, 519 at the bottom. But the money is not anywhere near the same as where the big boys are allocating their money. And I'm looking down here, you got some smaller hedges. But it definitely looks like they're preparing for a dump. Hopefully the dump doesn't come, of course. But wow, we don't really see the options market just get dominated like this. Yeah, we don't see the options market get dominated like this. We haven't seen it for a while. But yeah, hopefully it doesn't get that bad. Hopefully. Yeah, wow. The liquidity is slim pickings in Bitcoin. Yeah, right now it's hard to get a good position in there. Really hard to get a good position in. We're just kind of going sideways here. Let's go back over to Bitcoin very fast. We're kind of in this spot. Just going sideways. People are going to be buying over here, taking the opportunity, because the longer we're over here without dumping, the more likely people will feel the confident enough to just say, okay, I'll put some money in here. I'll have a stop loss probably at 26,391, and if it breaks that, I lost some money, but if we hold, it'll have a big 400, 500 point day on Bitcoin. You know, Ethereum will probably hop up a few percent. Everybody will be very, very happy. But now's the time to buy if you want to go through with that method. Because right now the stop loss would just be what? Buy right there. You know, 1.77%. That's pretty much it. Because, you know, even when I'm doing my my day trades for you, and I'm whatever you want to call it, I'm giving you guys like the buy sell signals that I'm doing. All of you guys have your own methods for actually trading. So if you want to do leverage, you can do leverage, but you don't have to do, because if you're doing a 5x leverage, maybe you're doing like what did I say it was just at, you know, let's just call it 2%. You'd be risking 10%, you know, 10%, and then you're hoping for a day where Bitcoin manages to blow back up, and you might get back up here. So maybe you're risking, you know, let's just round this up to 3%. You're risking 10% in order to make about 15%, or maybe up here, you know, 20%. It really depends on how you're looking at it. But Bitcoin usually has some big days after we kind of find these bottoms here. But I've been noticing that as I watch and see who's made the most money on here, it all depends on how much money you allocate and the leverage you allocate. Because you guys know I'm much more conservative, so a lot of you guys that follow me are much more conservative when it comes to these copy trading stuff. So some of you guys are like me, where you might put $100 or a couple $100 in here, and you guys are using a 5x leverage or a 2x leverage or a 3x leverage, something like that. A couple of you guys have been doing like, I think one in particular did like a $500 every single time I trade, and they're doing like 10x leverage and stuff like that. Some people get like really, really wild about this, and I think that's why so many people make a lot of money on here, but they also lose so much money because they all have their own risk tolerances. Because I was looking at this guy Trade King, and this guy, his followers have made in total about $131,000 in the last 7 days, and that's despite him having a 90% record here and a 78%. And I went to go look at his followers, which is always really fun because you can kind of see how people react. Because like, you can see this person right here, they're down like $13 or so. I don't know exactly that they've been following for 37 days, right? 42 days though, $10,000 profit. Now down to $75, right? It's always so weird because people can always stop out of the trades if they're uncomfortable. Look at this guy, $34,000 in 39 days. You know they're putting up a lot of capital to be traded here. And, you know, this guy lost $1,200 though. So there's always this type of risk here of like how you guys want to trade and the leverage you guys are willing to go for. So if you guys do want to do leverage and you guys are trying to buy here, you know, if you're doing a 2x leverage, you're risking like 4%. If you're doing a 5x leverage, you're risking about 10% and so forth here. But, I mean, look, he has a lot of followers, much more than me. You could see, I guess if you followed him in the last 36 days, you were definitely down money. But if you've been following him for like maybe longer than that, you might be up money. Like this is 35 down. This one's up. This 35. I don't know how this works. Maybe some people follow just his Bitcoin trades, and maybe some people also do other trades. Like, does he just trades Ethereum and Bitcoin maybe? Because he doesn't look like he's losing any trades. Oh, shit. Yeah, he lost some big ones over here. Whoa. He went long at 27,577. Oh, and it dropped down to 27,233. So 27,577. Let's go back over here very fast. 27,570. Oh, Jesus. This is my bad memory coming to haunt me now. I just want to see what this trade was. 27,577. 577. Right around there. About. And then it went down to about here, because I probably made a similar trade too. And the close price was 27,233. And that move was 25x leverage, and you can see how the money fell down so fast. That's why leverage is freaking insane sometimes. Wow. I mean, that's not terrible of a trade, but you know, if you're following him, you might be a little bit annoyed about it. But it looks like if you stay with him long enough, you kind of make money. But yeah, that's That's multiple trades right there that all kind of ended off bad. But you know, you go back to the consistency. I like to see what other traders are doing. Consistent. Oh, yeah. Then you have some really bad trades right here. See, this guy needs to have stop losses. If this guy had stop losses, he wouldn't have to worry about having these massive losses here, and those moderate gains would be just fine. But down $9,000, $3,000, $2,000, that is wild. He must have really believed in it going. I need to have a stop loss for safety's sake. My anxiety would never let me do that. Just took a trip to El Salvador. Have you had some pupusas? Pupusas are one of my favorite foods in the world. I love them. I love going to El Salvador. I almost thought about moving to El Salvador. At this point in time, I'm actually even deciding to not even move into Nicaragua because it's been too much of a hassle to try to plan everything out. I think I'm going to move to Ecuador because personally I have a couple friends live in Ecuador, some that actually do YouTube channels as well, so it's going to be fun over there. And it'll be nice to kind of have somebody that actually knows the area, and I'm not going to be alone when I kind of wander into the country. Because I know people in Nicaragua, but they're not necessarily in the same town that I'd be living in, which makes it a lot more difficult. I'm thinking of not even moving to the beach when I first go there. You guys know how I wanted really like a waterfront view and stuff. I might actually just move to the city inside the center of the country for a while, rent a house, and then once I'm done renting, buy a condo, maybe like, 2-3 tier condo on the coast. So buy the property on the coast, but rent in the cities until I get myself acclimated with the culture, because it's always a culture shock when you go down there. But pupusas, some of my favorite food in the world. However, pupusa is best for me simple when it's just bean and cheese. There are a bunch of good flavors when it comes to pupusas, especially when you go to all these different restaurants down there, and they have so many good restaurants. But my favorite pupusas have always been the most basic bean and cheese. It's like molten cheese, molten beans hitting your mouth, and it's just perfect. But if you start going to the weird flavors, anything else than that, it's like a really iffy. I'm gonna have like a 50% chance of liking it, a 50% chance of not liking it. But El Salvador is awesome. Pupusas are amazing. I have not had a good pupusa in the United States. It makes me want to go back to El Salvador. Hey, Mike, any chance my Apple puts expiring 16 will break even for me? 616. Okay, you got a while, so you just might want to hold on to that, and especially because you saw all these hedge funds just dumping money into puts, especially on the SPX, especially on a whole bunch of other swath of stuff like Tesla. They're expecting all a very sizable move back down. Now, I don't know what your stop loss is on that, but that is a very good sign for you that all the hedge funds are just pouring money on puts, and it doesn't look like they're trying to hedge on it. They're just really just trying to smack the price down. But as far as Apple's concerned, let's go to the weekly chart for you. All right. So we're still, okay, let me get rid of all this stuff because what do you call it? It's just been a nightmare to have all that crap on there. We're currently at this resistance level and we're holding. We have not had the breakout, okay? Let me just put the magnet up here so I can show you. Let's go back over to the 50-minute chart. Zoom out a little bit. Actually, let's go full screen for this one. Okay. We haven't had the breakout yet. We've come close and close and closer, but we haven't had that move down. Now, you can see we had earnings over here. The earnings were good. Bounced back up. Right here, we have dividends paying out. Usually after dividends, usually not always, we do have a little bit more of a pullback because everybody gets their money, everybody's happy, yada, yada, yada. Now, if you want this to come back down a little bit more, I would look more at the 4-hour chart. There we go. All right, you're going to want to see some type of breakdown, and we haven't had that breakdown yet. So, the one I'm looking at this point in time, I should take the magnet off. I want to see this being broken down. It won't take that much work for it to come back down here. That's about a drop of about 5%. That's like 2 days of red for Apple. It's not going to really, hurt you too much. But that's what I'm really looking for. And since these expire all the way in June, I would probably just hold on for a while because their value is probably just really low at this point in time. I think if we go over here and we just type in Apple, for the flow today that was bought that expires over the next few days, you got 512 puts, 512, 609 calls, 512, 526. Okay, 526 is the closest to 616 I can think of right now. Yeah, 526 puts at 155. Right now it's at 173. everybody's kind of expecting a larger move on the downside here. These are puts for tomorrow, so these aren't really going to help you. But, 175 strike. What is that right now? 173. So they're hoping that this, it's in the money. They're hoping that it goes down a little bit more. I don't know if it actually did, though, since they bought it. They bought it 266 because it's kind of fluctuating right now because it expires tomorrow. The price is currently at 168, so they're definitely not making any money off of that one right now. But why would they buy it so close with that much money? People are gamblers, dude. They're expecting a drop off tomorrow to happen. And maybe it will. I don't know. Maybe it will. These guys have access to a lot of data. Here's another 512 put for 172.5. This is out of the money. It's only at $1 right now, and I don't even know if they're making money off this so far. They bought it at $1.11, and right now it's at 34 cents. So $1.11 down to 34 cents. The puts haven't been working out in the short term, but I guess they're all hoping that there's going to be a larger move coming down. That's what it looks like. 512, 172, same thing. Apple 512 call 175. That's out of the money too. We'd have to go up tomorrow. Apple put for tomorrow 172.50 again, and then 512 call that 170. All this stuff is out of the money. This is so high risk for tomorrow. Like, these people are playing wild and loose with the money. We'll see how that serves them, I guess. But the ones that kind of go a little bit further out, like into next month, or at least the end of this month, they seem to be much more bearish. The only exception for that is the 609 calls, and that was bought today around 8 o'clock in the morning, out of the money, and they're hoping that it gets back up to 180. So they're hoping for a breakout to occur. But everybody else seems to be much more on the bearish side here, even for tomorrow, which is kind of surprising. But you do see some consolidation after earnings. There's really not much to really push it up at this point, though. So you might see it actually pop up to 175 or maybe 176. But, all the way till June, there's a good chance it's going to have a pullback here just because of all the carnage going on in the market. You probably will sell it before that time frame, though, because if it starts to really pile down, you'll see the individual market actually increase for it, especially if you chose like an even number, not the 50 cents. You chose like an actual hard number. Should be okay. But since it's already kind of gone up so much, there are certain times when I'm just like, hey, I'm just going to wait it out and see, because if I sell it now, there's no chance for me to make money. I've already taken a big loss. Let me just see where it goes. And I'm usually of that mindset when it comes to these types of options right now, especially with Apple, which I think should be coming down over the next week or so. I mean, even the options market thinks it needs to be coming back down tomorrow, but I'd say sometime next week here, as the debt ceiling fiasco seems to get more scary, as far as the pundits would say. There we go. And Bitcoin looks just so sad right now. It's just going sideways into a support level. And hey, one up, did I see the cup and handle pictures on Discord? I have not yet. That's the move you're waiting on. If there's a cup and handle here, that'd be a very nice move to play. Maybe on the, which one are you looking at? Well, actually, I don't know. I don't know which chart you're looking at here. Not the weekly or anything like that, but what do you call them? If there's a good cup and handle play, that would be something very nice to play. I wonder if it's on the 5-minute chart or something. No, we're going more sideways here. We're kind of in this weird little channel at this point in time. With a little bit of a higher lows, at least for now. That's not too bad. Oh, sorry guys, I gotta move my mic around a little bit more. 15-minute chart. There we go. All right. And hey, Daily Pizza, happy to see you. Tomorrow, new options, right? Yeah, I mean, like, options expire usually on Fridays, but you also have options that expire on Wednesdays and stuff like that. I don't trade them, but they have them. Usually when I buy options and I'm holding them for like more than a few days, I'm usually trying to how do I say this? Like, buy them more than a week out. So like 2 weeks out, 3 weeks out if possible. And then that gives you time to just hold on to them if the trade doesn't go your way. Or if you have a stop loss, your stop loss will get triggered. But often the price will come back down and it'll correct itself, even unless you're buying a breakout or something like that. And with this case for Apple, I think it's earnings that really gave it the big jump scare for everybody buying puts and stuff. But usually, yeah, you'll usually find if you kind of hold on to it for a while, you might be able to get some of your money back or a lot of it back. Maybe not walk away with profit, but at least walk away with a good chunk of cash that you probably wouldn't have had if you kind of sold at that really scary moment in time, because options are so volatile. When you say Bitcoin is about to crash, what levels are you looking at? Oh, so if Bitcoin does break down here, Actually, let's just go to the weekly chart so I can kind of show it all to you. We're probably coming back down to the $24,500 to $25,000 level. So that'd be a drop of about, let's just go to 24,500 here. About an 8-9% drop. I would expect it to somewhat come down here to the 20-week moving average or so, wherever that is. So, you know, nothing like a 15-20% crash, nothing so crazy, but, you know, a pretty good move down here. We got to see if we can manage to break down. I'm looking at the monthly chart too, and you can see this month is definitely not shaking out to be the good month that we had over the past two. This is definitely a pullback month here, which is kind of scary to watch. If we come back down here to this pullback, it may come back down to 23,500. But right now I'm kind of saying around $25,000 to just play it safe. $25,000 is about $1,800 less than we are right now. And it seems what's freaking everybody out isn't so much of like the dollar index. It's not so much of what's going on with the economy, even though that's kind of slowing at this point. It really just seems to be that this debt default crisis that we're in. I guess people are more worried about it now than they were a few days ago, a few weeks ago. What are you doing? Bro brought one of my old shoes in here to chew on it. Let's see. Have I ever traded Pepe with leverage? Yes. It was Pepe futures or whatever it was. I don't even know if it was Pepe. It was probably like a Pepe knockoff. But yes, I've traded it. I made some money off of it. If you guys trade Pepe, I would only trade it with the smallest amount of leverage, and you would have to have a stop loss as soon as you place that bet because it is so risky. This weekend, you guys know Chart Prime sponsors the channel. I'm using some of their indicators, and I made a really cool strategy to trade meme coins off of it, along with the super trend and the squeeze momentum indicator by Lazy Bear. So I'm gonna have that on there. And you guys can implement this strategy on meme coins if you guys want to. It's been pretty fun for me to use it so far. But, you know, the meme coin trade is just, it's wild, guys. You have to be so careful if you get in there. Or you guys just have to not care about losing money because it's like money you're okay with losing. You know, you don't want your emotions to kick in with that type of stuff. So you don't want to add too much money there because I think if we go over here to Pepe token, and just so you guys know, Bitcoin's taking a little bit of a move down here, just a little bit, nothing too crazy. But go over here to Pepe, daily chart. I mean, this thing's just been coming down and down and down, and it'll have a really big squeeze here pretty soon. Nobody knows exactly when, but right now we're resting on top of the 20-day moving average. That's pretty nice. I think I should probably go over here to Dex Tools. I don't know if they have a better chart than we do. Pokemon. Oh, geez. Pokemon. I don't know. There's so many different types of meme coins on here. ARB, 99%. Is that arbitrage? I don't even know what's going on. No, this isn't ARB. Must be something else. Must be like a fake one? I don't know. Hold on a second here, guys. Freaking mad. Love it. Arbitrum. No, that's down 5%. Okay. Yeah, whatever that was. See, this is why I don't like coming to Dex Tools. There's too many other knockoffs, and it freaks me out. Let's go over here to Pepe. Oh, God. I hate this site too much. USTD. I just don't know. Pepe. Wrapped Ethereum. USDC. Maybe this is it. Let's go over here to the daily chart. It looks pretty similar, but I'm not entirely sure. I was hoping to get more of a time frame here so I could add like a moving average or something, but there's still not enough time here, so let's not worry about that. Basically here, we're resting on a 20-day moving average. The 4-hour moving averages have been pretty useful as far as saying, hey, look at that, 20 here, broke down, really nasty move. Honestly, I think we might see this come all the way back down to this level over here, especially if Bitcoin does want to break down. If you guys think Bitcoin is not going to break down, you could possibly buy right now and hope for the big boom back up. But like, even if this comes back down and you buy, you have to have a stop loss at this 0, 0, 0, 0, whatever, 1, 2, 4, 8, 4, 2. You got to have a stop loss right there. or you just got to have a stop loss way down here and be like, as long as we don't break down below this, I'm perfectly fine. However, if you did buy here and you wanted to have a stop loss, that's like a 40% stop loss. Now on spot, if you're just holding, like if you just put in $100 and you're down like 40, it's really not the end of the world because it's just $40. But if you guys are trading with leverage, or you guys have like $100,000 in here or $40,000 in here, that's where things get a little bit more spicy and you guys start to freak out a little bit more, which is reasonable, justified. But what's not justified is putting $40,000 on Pepe. But yeah, so get ready for this one to take a huge leg down if Bitcoin is not able to hold this support level that we're looking at right now. I mean, that goes for a lot of meme tokens out there, but I got a meme token strategy that's coming out on Sunday. So, you know, you guys should like that one. That's for trading. That's not for buying and holding and for a long period of time. That's for just flat out trading. And it works pretty well, especially with the squeeze indicator out there. I bought those puts back in April. I'm hoping to break even. What do you call it? You should be okay. Just keep a close eye on some of the option flow data, or just, you don't have to even pay for that service. Just ask me and I'll look at it for you every now and again. Today's options were actually very surprising. I was not expecting to see that much bearish and just pop up because the market's been so euphoric over the past few months, right? And hey, CJX, sorry if this has already been answered. I signed up for copy trades today. Can you elaborate on what you'll be doing with that? How often you'll trade on there? Yeah, so first of all, thank you for following me on copy trades. Make sure to message me on the Discord, or yeah, message me on the Discord. It's much easier. And you're one of the few people, so I'll put you like I'll do a little pick a name out of the hat type of thing, but electronically, and you have a chance to win $50 of USTD, I think it is. Now, second thing here, as far as copy trading and how it works. So I put out a few tutorials, but just because people have been following me a lot more since the trades have been doing pretty well, let me explain exactly how it works. So when you guys do copy trading, there are two different ways you're really doing it. So the first way, which is the basic way, which is the way I don't advise, is you just tell it you want to copy exactly what my positions are, and when I buy and sell, you're going to copy my exact position. So if on my trade I buy $100 worth of Bitcoin at a 10x leverage, right, and it goes up 1%, I've made $10 because it's 10x leverage. Okay, so that's me being conservative, and that's like, if you guys want to be conservative, that's the way I do it. So the problem with that for now is that you're not making as much money. Now, don't know how much money you want to make, but you can see right here, if we go over here to see how my people are trading, you'll see right here, everybody's made a little bit of money so far. A lot of people have been following over the past few days. The people that have been following the longest, like 51 days, they're up $31. This one over here is up $7.52. And you can see that this person right here, they've customized it, while this person has not customized it. This person probably has customized it. This person has probably customized it. So when you sign up for copy trading, you can tell it how much money you want to put down and what the leverage is. Okay, so let's say I do, basically, this is so hard to explain because I'm not good at explaining this type of stuff. If you follow me exactly, you're going to copy my trades. And my trades aren't netting like hundreds of dollars. My trades are netting something like $2, $14, $14, $1, $10, $9. And it goes up slowly, all right? But the money is being accumulated slowly, all right? And these are 10x long, 10x shorts, 10x leverage. That's even risky for me as far as I'm considered, but honestly, it's fine. It's working well. Now, if you guys go off of that, you can tell the system, hey, Michael's doing a 10x leverage, but I'm only comfortable with a 5x leverage. This means you'd be making half the profits. Some of you guys are doing like 20x and 30x leverage off of my 10x leverage. So if what basically is happening is, all copy trading is I make a trade, and it's telling the system that, hey, Michael's made a trade. These people want to copy him. So all of you guys are going to be copying the trades that I do, the exact buy. But you're setting up your own buying metrics. So how much money you want to spend on the buy, how much leverage you want to do on the buy. You're setting all of that up. All I'm telling you is exactly when I buy and when I sell. You're copying my entry and exit positions, but you guys can also choose how much money you put into the position and how much money you take out of the position and stuff like that, okay? A good way to do this, I would say, okay, I have multiple Google accounts here, so let's go to this other one. This is for the second YouTube channel. Let's go over here to Fairdesk. So I shouldn't be logged into this one. Well, I don't have an account with this email, so it should be like non-existent. So, okay, it'll be like register. So if you go over here to copy trading and you go to ranking, you'll see that I'm right here, okay? And you can see I'm ranked 4th right now. I'm a decent trader. But if you say copy right here, okay, I'll just make I'll make a fake account. It's not gonna kill me. I have a secondary email on here too, right? So that's cool. Okay, made a secondary email, copy. Okay, so when you're here and you're trying to set this up to follow me, you can see there's a bunch of options. At the top, it says contracts, and I just want to zoom in here a little bit. There you go. And move my head over here. Okay, there we go. All right, so you start off with contracts. So I mostly trade Bitcoin and Ethereum. But if I were to trade BNB, ADA, XRP, DOT, or LinkedIn, link, you guys could choose to follow me. I would normally have it set up like this, so you guys are only trading my Bitcoin and Ethereum. However, if you guys want to, you can have all of them on. It doesn't really matter because all I usually trade is Bitcoin and Ethereum. But you wouldn't know that if you guys didn't watch me, right? There are people following me right now that have no idea who I am. They just are making money off of me, my trades. And then you got right here, position mode, isolated. You cannot change this because it doesn't want to like blow up your entire account. And it says leverage, okay? Now, customize, follow the trader. If you follow the trader, if I trade with a 10x leverage, you're using a 10x leverage. If I all of a sudden go out of my normal leverage and I go to 50x leverage, you're using 50x leverage, okay? If I'm using 15x, you're using 15x. You're following exactly what I'm doing. I use 10x leverage. So if you feel comfortable with that, you can have it set to follow the trader. I, as a safety feature, would recommend that you guys keep this at customized in whatever the leverage that you guys want to use. It can be 10%, it can be 5%, it can be 20%, it can be 30%. If I make a very good trade and you're at 50x leverage, guess what? You've made more money than I did off of my own trade. Now, if I lose on that trade though, you've lost a lot more money than me on my trade. That makes sense? Okay. Now you go to margin. Margin, fixed amount, multiplier, right? I would just go to fixed amount, and this is how much you're going to trade per every buy and sell that I do, okay? So if you have $1,000, I'd probably say a good fixed amount is 100. If you have $2,000, it might be something close to $1,000 or $500. Depends on like how much money you're willing to put in here. The problem with this at this point in time, and it's the same thing with all copy trading platforms, so I don't even think it's a problem. It's just something that I notice, is that people like me, even me, I've noticed why people do it now, will put down multiple positions. So today when I opened up my positions, let's go over here, I did 3 longs. These were all, so one is Ethereum and 2 are Bitcoin, but they're all relatively around the same price point here, okay? And because of that, that means I had 3 open trades. And those 3 open trades mean you had 3 open trades. So if you had a $200 right here, that means with those 3 open trades, it was one open trade with $200 at 10x leverage, another trade opened up with $200 at 10x leverage, and another trade opened up with $200 at 10x leverage. So you had about $600 invested in with a leverage of 10x. So a lot of money in there, like $6,000 with leverage invested. All right. Now, and everything worked out. Everybody made money. Everybody was happy. But, you know, if I lose all 3 of those trades, that means you lost 3 different times. And I'm not one that does a bunch of trades, but if you go over here to somebody like Ronaldo, he's not ranked high right now, but he's either really good or really bad. There it is, Ronaldo. Okay. Look at all these trades. So this is all from today. 511, 511. This is all from today. 511, 511, 511, 511. 511, 511. This is all from today. And you can see he's making small amounts of money here, just like I am. 511, 511, 511, 511. All from today. 511, 511. All from today. This guy trades like wild. But that means he has all these open positions, which means you have all these open positions. And it comes to the point where he maxes out your position. So if you have $1,000 in there and you have like $100 as your default payment, within 10, you've already maxed out your account. It doesn't mean your account goes blow ups or anything like that, but it just means that all of the money that you had in there is invested, and it kind of maybe can freak you out a little bit as far as your risk tolerance can be. Okay, because you can still go in there and say, hey, my copy trades, and you'll see that you're copying my trades, and you're like, whoa, now I have $500 or $1,000 invested in there. I didn't sign up for that. So just so you know, see who you're following. I maybe do 5-6 trades, but there may be times I do more if I'm doing my strategy of buying into the position. So try to break this down to you as much as possible, because there's a lot of stuff here. You can have target prices and stop losses. So if I buy something and it goes up 10%, which means if a 10x leverage, price goes up 1%, basically, right? Then it'll automatically it'll automatically close, and you make 10%. And if it goes down 5%, with the 10x leverage, that's very easy for it to do. It automatically loses money right there. Or, the stop loss hits, and you know you're not going to lose more than 5%. You have to determine if you want to have these. From what I've seen so far, the majority of people, they don't touch this, to be frank. They just don't. Because what ends up happening is you end up being one of those few people that loses out on larger trades. Because if I, for instance, like this morning, I placed a long right around here. Well, guess what? We dipped after that. And if somebody had a stop loss, with a 5x stop loss or whatever, it might have gotten triggered right there, basically. It would have gotten triggered right there, and they would have gotten lost, and then they wouldn't have been with me when I sold it right over here. Okay? And that's the kind of iffy part. So if you have a stop loss, just don't make it too much, because a lot of times you have to figure out how your person likes to trade. So sometimes it's worth actually just kind of going back and going across their trades. For me, I'll say I don't think you need one, because I am pretty conservative with it. But however, it doesn't hurt. And I think the thing you have to realize is you should be checking your copy trader, like, maybe once every 4 or 5 hours, just to see if I have any trades opened up. I wouldn't just leave it to me to make you money, although I can tell that's what people are doing. Sometimes it's just nice to see that, hey, this trade isn't doing so well. I trust Michael, but I don't like this risk. I'm just going to close because maybe I have a disagreement with how this trade's going to go. And then so you close the position, and maybe I lose the trade, but I lose more money than you would have, because you ended the trade early and you just took your losses a little bit earlier. So there are different ways to go about it. I'm not trying to make myself sound like a bad trader here, but I do make mistakes. I'm not perfect. Like the last 3 weeks, I'm at 87% accuracy. That's not 100%. It's not. not even close. You got people up here. Trade King's at 78. Sauger is at 97. That's a big one right there. 67 right here. 75. 100% right here. The Bull Trader 100%, 100%, 93%. It all kind of is kind of what you're looking for here. What are you looking for? How you want to do it? But when it comes to setting it up, I have tutorials on it. Take your time. You don't have to invest as much money as you think. Remember, some of the people that are following me right now, look at this. Somebody has made over $700 following me so far. But this guy that's been following me for just a week, he's made $2.42. This guy's been following me for 1 day, he's made $20. They all have their different risk aspects, okay? So I'm okay with somebody making $28 or $19. I'm fine with that. The only issue that you're going to have is, you see how I have this little operation right here that says remove, remove, remove? There are people who want you to have a certain amount of money in order to follow them, and a certain amount of leverage. And if you're not at that threshold, they will automatically boot you. I don't care who follows me. So I'm not going to do that. But I think there's a way that if I go to my copy trading account or something, there's a way for me to tell it that, hey, right here. Okay, so go over here. Auto on follow setting. Follow a minimum trading volume assessment cycle days. Followers will not be removed automatically, but if I turn this on, see, it'll go off, okay? So, people do this. I don't, but you may come across it, okay? And you'll see that with the volume here, volume is 78 followers. Trading volume, it's over like $100,000 here of volume because of all the leverage here. 14-day followers volume, that's like over $235,000. You know, when I place a trade, there's a lot of hundreds of thousands of dollars just flowing into the market because people are copy trading me. And you see this with Fairdesk, because remember, I only have like, what, 15 people following me, like 13 people following me? Yeah, 15 people following me. This guy has 170 right there. You go over here to other exchanges like BitGet. Copy trading. 494, 495, 500, 721. Copy trading is a massive thing right now because people, they want to save their money or just have other people trade for them, which, you know, fine. I mean, it's fine. I make money off of it. All these people get money off of it. I take 10% of all profits. So if you make $1,000 off of me, I will get $100 of that, I would assume. I think that's how it works, but yeah, something like that. But I get 10% as part of the fee of copy trading. But if I lose money, I don't get anything. Hopefully that helps. But yeah, it's an interesting process. Make sure you really want to do it. I would recommend dipping your toe in with me if you want to start it off there. You know, just so you can see, because again, I'm not perfect. It's, I want to say 87% for the last 3 weeks. It's good, but it's not perfect. And people freak out if they lose just a few bucks doing copy trading. So you have to just be able to chill with it for a little bit of time, I would say. All right, sorry for the rant, everybody. I do want to make sure people understand when they copy trade me, though. It's not just like it's not like easy money. It may seem like that now, but I'm not perfect. Okay. What's right here? Oh, but how often do I trade? Oh, when I see a good position, I take it. When I see a good position, I take it. There's no, you know, I'll trade 5 times a day, 10 times a day. It's when I see a good position and I'm at my desk, I'll take it. But if I don't see anything, I don't take it. It's, you know, simple as that. For your buy and sell signals, I'm using private one at the moment. I got a sell signal at 873 for lift and buy on the hour, buy signal about 854. Let's see. Oh, hold on. Loki, what are you doing? Sorry, Loki's biting my shoes. This is an old shoe, but you can see how Loki's just kind of, oh, yeah, torn it up. Yeah, it's his toy now, I guess. If you're seeing too many signals, that usually means your sensitivity is going to be too high, or what's most likely happening is you're trading in too volatile of a market, which isn't a bad thing. It may usually what happens then is I just I zoom out as far as time frames. So maybe if you're looking at a 5-minute chart, it may be too much for the what do you want to call it, the indicator. Like when I'm using the chart prime indicator right here, let's smart money concepts bundle. Okay, it'll give me some. Let me go over here because I just want to have a fresh chart to show you. Let's go to the daily chart. There's nothing really on here. Let's go to. Oh, sorry. I know I need to speak into this microphone. Smart chart patterns, chart prime oscillators. There you go. Okay. Well, that daily chart for Bitcoin just really does not look good, does it, guys? It just looks like it wants to go. Okay. So you can see how there's some change of characters here. There's a change of character here. There's a change of character there. But this is daily chart. There kind of should be more here. What I want to do is go over here. Let's take out the premium discount zones. Let's take out the order blocks. I don't want to see that stuff. I just want to see, there you go, change of characters. Okay. So if we go over here, you can see change of character here. I guess that worked out. I guess that one worked out. I guess that one worked out a little bit. This one kind of worked out for like a day. But come on, this was a banking crisis. Who was buying anything during that? Maybe if you're at the 200 daily moving average. Right here, still moved up, fine. But normally, you know, after you kind of use this for a while, you can change the sensitivities. Not all of them can actually change the sensitivity. So this, I like this one a little bit better than right now Luxalgo, just because you can change the sensitivity. So what I mean by that is if, I guess if I forgot my head over here. There you go. If I go over here to like 5 sensitivity, you'll see how there's more stuff happening. So now that change of character is right here instead of all the way right here. So you have a little bit of a heads up. Change of characters right here. Not as much as I would like to see it, but we still haven't had that change of character right here. I think Luxelga probably has a change of character. You can go down to 3 maybe. It might give you, yeah, there's right there, 3. Right there, right there, right there. It worked out a little bit, but not the best. This one right here still worked out. It kind of went up. And then you just want to trade into that trend. It's usually how you adjust those sensitivities. But a lot of the time, yeah, that Bitcoin's not looking good right here. But you can see once you're on the 50-minute chart, you can see a lot of different, like, change of character there, change of character there, there. You might have to smooth it out by raising that sensitivity back up again. All right, let's go back over here, though. But sometimes these systems, they're just too much as far as they're oversensitive. What I would say, though, is I'm no expert on each one of these indicators. I do like Chart Prime a lot. I do like a lot of the indicators they have, but I'm not an expert. I'm fluent, I would say, but not an expert. I would go over to the Discord if you're using, like, whether it's Luxalgo, Chart Prime, Sonar Labs, whichever one you're using. I would go over there and ask them for help because they're very, very good at building a community around helping people that use their products because they want you to keep on paying the monthly fees, to be frank. But they make it so you can keep on making money. That's the whole point. They teach you how to use it so you can make money, so you can use the money that you make to pay for their product and then have excess on the side to do whatever you want with, right? That's the whole point. They don't want you to buy it and not use it because then you're not going to become a long-term customer. So go through the Discord and ask them any question you have. Usually during trading hours in the morning hours, it's usually when you get the best response because everybody's live on there. And then ask any questions you have because they're going to have much more knowledge than I do. See, and hey, Daily Pizza, what's your buy and sell signals? Oh, no, right there. Let's see. I still see Bitcoin hitting 40K later this week. Hey, Run Earth, I would love to see a huge boom there. I'm not seeing it just yet, but there's anything is possible in this crypto market, my man. Crypto, anything is possible here. Oh, and hey, Gus, happy to see you back. Is Doge going down because Elon is stepping away as CEO of Twitter? How low do you think see Doge going? I mean, Dogecoin isn't really down too much. It's down, what, 1%, and Bitcoin's down about, like, 0.7%, so it's not down crazy. But yeah, that is a weight on Dogecoin, I would say. I still think in the long term it's not going to matter, but because he's not going to be the head of Twitter, I think that, since he was the head of Twitter and that we got such a big boom, it's natural that we'd have a little bit more of a pullback here. Dogecoin in the long term, for the long term here, if we do go into recession, I can see it coming back down to around 3-4 cents. And that's when I'd prefer to buy it. But if we don't have a recession, it might just come back down to 5 cents. And that'd be a good low point, I would say, as well. If we just have another big pullback compared to what we had over the past few months. But as far as Dogecoin right now, it's definitely not good for Dogecoin that Elon Musk is stepping away. People want to see Elon Musk focus exclusively on Dogecoin and Twitter, and that's just not going to happen. The new CEO, she'll probably do something with Dogecoin. In fact, I'm sure she's going to do something because Elon Musk still owns the company, right? He still owns it, but from like an emotional standpoint, it is a weight down on Dogecoin today, I would say. I think I'm in a long Bitcoin at 26.8 is a very good idea. The support line is the strongest I've ever seen. Well, what do you call it? I mean, it's been holding up so far, guys. It is. Just make sure you guys have a stop loss. That's all I say. Protect yourself and don't lose a bunch of money when you guys don't have to. Hold the floor, hold the door. There we go. The Vikings are here. Oh, I need to watch some more Viking movies. But what do you call? Yeah. So give it some time, guys. You should be fine there. Some of the other stuff I did want to talk to you guys about today is that's BitGet. Let's get it here. Fairdesk. If you guys ever have any questions on this, please don't hesitate to ask. I don't mind talking about it at all. It's I don't know. There are tons of traders that do this, I guess. Not many, but there's plenty of people that do this on BitGet or here. I might try to do it on BitGet as well for those of you guys who aren't in the United States. But just understand that this is not a get rich quick thing. You follow me, you're probably going to make money, but I can't guarantee it. You follow anybody on here, you know, they're probably going to make money, but I can't guarantee it. Careful, because like I was very nervous about doing this, but you guys pretty much persuaded me over the past 2 years of grinding me down as far as a way to like copy trade. And you know, like a lot of you guys were like, hey Michael, can I give you my money and you trade it for me? And I was like, I don't feel comfortable with that because my anxiety would not feel good about trading with people's money. This is about as close as I can get, which I think is a good compromise here. But my main point being, protect yourself. Don't put all of your money in here. Although I do like being able to have this type of stuff on here, only because I feel like there's a lot of people on YouTube these days who talk about technical analysis and trading, but they haven't been able to back up being a trader, if that makes sense. That makes sense. So I kind of like it that I have a kind of a track record where you guys can see my losses and my wins, but you know, not just the wins, of course, the losses, you know. So I kind of like that. Now, this isn't all the trades I do. I also do other trades personally in my own accounts and stuff. However, the trades I do on record are not as aggressive as the trades I do personally. And I try to make this something of a slow growth type of thing, where I guess you could always choose your own leverage and amounts of money, which is what some of you guys have been doing, and that's what that guy has like made $700 or so. But you know, baby steps, baby steps. So I do like being able to show you guys like, hey, you know, for the last 3 weeks, I'm 87% accurate. Because I think people assume traders are just somehow 100% accurate, and it doesn't really work like this. Like this guy's in the last 7 days has made $4,000, and he's 95% accurate over the last 7 days, but over the last 3 weeks, he's been 67% profitable. That could just be a one-off thing for him, but it shows that we all kind of hit our ruts. Sauger's down to 88%, but last 3 weeks he's been at 97%. Right? So you go over here. He had a bunch of trades yesterday, but I don't think he's made any trades today. But his followers are kind of, well, they're a little bit all over the place, I guess, when they followed him. But you know, there's different types of trading going on, which is always kind of cool. So you can kind of figure out who has the best strategy for you, because it's all about you guys as far as copy trading. And hey, Tony, happy to see you back, man. Last question on copy trading: if copying your trade as well as leverage is possible to lose more value on your total account value. So, okay, let me read this. If copying your trade as well as leverage is possible, is it possible to lose more than your total account value? So, no. So, Fairdesk and BitGet, they all kind of have separate wallets for this to make sure nothing is overexposed. The worst that could happen is you lose all the money in your copy trade wallet. And that would mean that you put like the copy trader put all of your money in, and you was so over leveraged, so over this, that you got liquidated out for the trade. Because remember, when you're doing copy trading on BitGet, all the trades are isolated. So if you have one trade over here, but you have your entire other copy trading wallet currency, like the rest of USDT, if this liquidates, this is still fine. However, if I did 20 trades and all this money was all used in open trades and they all liquidated, then everything would be gone. But when it comes to Fairdesk, you have your crypto, your copy trading wallet, you have like an earn wallet, you have your futures trading wallet, and then you also have just like your spot wallet where you're just using for everyday spot trades. Most of my money when it comes to this type of stuff is in my copy trading wallet because I'm primarily using them for copy trading. But then I also have a wallet where I do live day trading with you guys as well. I think it maybe has like $200 in it or $2,000 in it right now. Then I also have a smaller one that maybe has just a few $100 in it. Because usually after I make $2,000 in the one account, I just put it over there and then I transfer it over to my Coinbase account. So if we go over here to my Fairdesk account and we go over here to my wallet dashboard, you'll see that there's a whole bunch of different things. So in my earn account right now, I'm practicing the earnings thing. I have $156 over there. I have a copy trade one, $5,324. My trading account where I trade with leverage, personal leverage, $2,200. This is the one where, like, after it gets to a certain point, I usually just pull it out. It's usually like $200 to $500. I put it into Coinbase and I send it all over to my bank account. And then, so you got different wallets. If this wallet goes to zero, nothing is happening to these other wallets. But even within your copy trading wallet, if you have one bad trade that gets liquidated, and you have other money in your copy stream account, it doesn't infect this money. It's not a crossover trade. It's isolated. All the trades are isolated. However, like I said before, if you follow a person, they're like Ronaldo, and they do like hundreds of trades every day. If you have $1,000 in there and you have $100 following him every trade, if he does 10 trades in a day and all of the trades remain open, all of that $1,000 is now in open trades. If the market goes down a lot or something really bad happens and he makes a really bad trade, since you're copying him, all of those positions can, in theory, get liquidated, and then you would lose all $1,000. Now, I haven't seen that happen before, but it can definitely happen if the market was to go in a very negative way against the guy's trade. All right, so it definitely can happen. I just haven't been able to see it, but I guarantee it's possible at least. So just an extra red flag or a warning, if you will, which is why I say you don't have to, like, if you put $100 in there, you can just follow me with $10 and just see how it works. I don't care, right? Like, in theory, as a YouTuber, I should be asking you guys to put as much money behind me as possible. So I make more money, because if the more profit you make, the more profit I make. That's kind of the way the system is designed. But as an investor, I am just like so cautious, and I just kind of ooze my cautiousness all over you and like say, hey, you guys should be as that sounds weird, but you guys should be as cautious as I am. And none of you guys are really as cautious as I am, I think. But because people trust me, I just feel like I'm obligated to tell you everything that can go wrong and everything that can go well. But it's not all roses and stuff. So far, it's been nice, but you get what I'm trying to say. If something really bad can go down, but not for me personally, just because I'm watching what I'm trading at the time. But again, I can lose a trade, but I'm not going to liquidate myself. Sometimes it happens when people are sleeping, I would say, or something like that. Sometimes we have different time zones, I would assume. I know some of the traders on here are from like Korea. This is a Korean company, which is why they're allowed in the United States. They got the good old they pass all the rules and requirements because they have a bunch over there as well. But you get my point. You get my point. And hey, Justin, dude, crypto is looking okay right now. It's bearish, but at least we're looking for more volatility, which I'm really excited about. As far as notifications, my man, Loki's over here. He's mad that I got a new shirt. This, I got this shirt on sale and it was still $110. Yeah. Okay, thank you for not messing up my shirt. This guy. But what do you call, you guys don't normally see me in too much of nice clothes. They're usually in my drawers and stuff like that. I usually don't put them out too much, but my friend says I need to go out more and actually spend some of the money, because I've been pretty much just saving and saving and saving. So I splurged on clothes a few weeks ago, but you guys have seen my Hawaiian shirt and stuff like that. Heck, I'm not even wearing my watch and rings today. But as far as the notifications, I still don't know. This has been plaguing me for like 2 years now. YouTube doesn't send notifications to the people that want to watch my stream. I have just learned to live with it. I'm okay with 50 people watching, 40 people watching, whatever it is. I think in the future it'll be fine. But yeah, it is just a pain in the butt to deal with. And I'm okay if people don't want to watch my stream and YouTube doesn't show it to them. But for the people that do want to watch my stream, that's where it kind of irks me a little bit. But I'll live with it. Honestly, I think it's because I had the algorithm is very confused that I have 2 24-hour streams on, and that I also post short and long form videos, and I'm not just a streamer. I don't think YouTube is like, the algorithm understands that. And so I'm just kind of dealing with it on a just dealing with it, right? And thanks for subscribing, Eric. I really do appreciate it. I guess we got to deal with it here. One thing though, so I am starting a new type of video style here. I got an editor. I am very happy with him. We're working through some like kinks and stuff like that as far as the style that we're looking for, but we're like 95% there, which is like really good because this editor is very, very good. So tomorrow I am putting out a video for you guys, and it's about how to become wealthy during a recession. So the process of buying stocks and cryptocurrencies, so to the point that when everything is crashing, you guys are buying and dollar cost averaging, and that you guys will be able to sell that at a later date and make a bunch of money, which is the whole goal here and what we like to talk about on this channel. But the videos are going to look much more professional and studio-like, okay? Now, I did my first video here, and I had to learn some stuff about myself as far as how I talk and all this other stuff. Now I have to make sure I sit up and I'm not slouching, and I have to move my camera around a little bit, but I've done all that stuff already because I'm learning from my mistakes as my friends kind of explain stuff to me. But my main point here is if you guys can, tomorrow morning, I think it's publishing at 8 a.m. Pacific time, so around noon Eastern time, 8 a.m. Pacific time. If you guys could, when you guys get notified of that video or you guys see it on your YouTube home recommendation page, can you please watch it all the way through from beginning to end? I think you guys are going to like the editing. It's something more of the documentary style editing. I don't know if you guys have watched Internet Anarchist. He's a friend of mine, or just the documentary style videos where there's people popping up. There's much more stuff happening to kind of give context to what I'm talking about, like the slides of papers going across some of that. I would appreciate if you guys could watch it. I'm going to be doing this style for a while, and then I'm also just going to be doing some talking head videos where I give you my opinions on stuff. Although the talking head videos will probably be moved over to the other channel, because at the same time, I only have 3 notifications per day. So I'm trying to figure out the best way to do that. And I'm thinking those talking head videos, I'll be doing them so much that I can probably just, just talk, give you guys my opinion, cut it up a little bit, and then post it. Meanwhile, these other videos, I kind of have to have them be more professional, so YouTube will, the algorithm will pick up on them and start pushing them out a little bit more. You guys know that on YouTube, there's a bunch of other finance creators, and some of those finance creators are the people I'm trying to emulate, but just, with actual knowledge. as weird as that sounds. Like if you go over here to Joshua Mayer, he's not the exact one I'm talking about, but the Meet Kevins out there, the Griffins, all those people, where they have really good studio quality videos. I'm starting to pay for that type of quality. So I'm hoping that you guys will like those videos a lot, and if you guys do, please watch them the entire way through, because the algorithm likes it when you guys watch everything. Like watching the video from the beginning to the end is more important than giving the video a like and giving a video a comment. Both of those things combined, it's much more important that you guys watch the entire video, if you guys want to, of course. But what do you call? And so I'm hoping my videos can get 50,000 views, 80,000 views, 90,000 views, whatever, with this new style. So there'll be let me just type over here, Meet Kevin. There's a bunch of them over here. Got another woman pregnant. The heck? Okay, I'm not going to be making videos about that. I don't want to pay for a kid. But this is unbelievably wrong. There'll be much shorter videos because I know all of you guys have jobs and stuff. But like 5. The videos will be aiming for 8 to 10 minutes, actually, 8 to 10 minutes, and it'll be stuff like this. I'm not talking about the topics. More of just the graphics and the overlays and the knowledge being shared. It'll be much more of a pleasant experience, I would say. And hey, Patrick, thanks for following me on Twitter. I appreciate it. I have not been trying to get people to follow me on Twitter all too much, but I'm going to start tweeting more of what's on my mind, I guess. So it'd be kind of nice to see to have more followers there. And what's right here? Can you give me a technical analysis on Rife Coffee? Oh, okay. Black Rifle Coffee. BRCC. There we go. Okay. Oh, a little choppy here, aren't we? Okay. Let's get this off here just for a second. Let's go over to the weekly chart. Okay, so this IPO looks like back in 2021. It definitely been having some really crazy moves. You're currently in the middle of a small Did we ever break out? We never technically broke out. as far as the closing of it. Okay. So you do have a pretty decent bottom here. Let me just draw that out for you. No, right around there. At this point in time, it seems to be kind of going steady. Was earnings today? I guess that means earnings was kind of more sideways, it looks like. Earnings was good, perhaps just slightly good. And it's not up a lot, kind of where we were at the beginning of the day. Yeah, okay. If you're looking to buy this, I would probably try to buy this anywhere between $5 and $5.30. I think that'd be the premium zone for me right now. And then your stop loss would probably be something around $4.80 at this point. You have a nice bottom here that's been around for like about a month or so, 2 months actually now. And you're just starting to break through this cycle of higher highs and you're starting to look a little bit better here. If you want to start buying a position, I would have a shorter term price target of probably around $6, maybe $5.90 or so, kind of matching up with this one over here. No, just around there. And the bottom of that is like 575. The high point is 605. And then if you think it's going to do something a little bit better, you might be looking at something more around the fact of like 637 or around, what is this? I'd probably just call it around 680. I wouldn't expect it to come all the way back up here towards like, $8 or so. I would start selling off around 580 to 630. That'd be my zone to sell off here personally. And I think you can do it, but you might just have to hold on for more than a week or so. That's kind of the long-term ick part of it. But I would say it's okay. You do have a slowdown here. That stop loss, though, really should be around 490, 480. I'd probably just say 480 to make it like not too close. But at this point, you got to probably wait until next week before you really start seeing some larger moves off this thing. You're probably going to see another couple slow days here, maybe Friday going into Monday, Tuesday. Afterwards, it can start to pick back up again. But at this point, I try to buy it closer to $5.10, $5 if I can be so greedy. And that's what I'd be looking for that right now. And just so you guys can see, Bitcoin is coming down right now. We'll see if it continues to dump here. We're at 26,616. And let me just go over here very fast. And there's, yeah, Bitcoin's getting dumped. Sorry, let me just make sure something. Let's see. Open up right here. Okay, sorry. You can see Bitcoin definitely getting pushed down here, though. Doing a few different things here. Sorry. And you're seeing Bitcoin get pushed down just a little bit more here, back down to this support level here. We haven't fallen down back yet, but you see we're around 26,580 or so. Not the end of the world, but you're definitely seeing some people freak out just a little bit. Let's go back over here very fast. All right, there we go. Okay. There we go. Orange looks good on you. It should have a Cleveland Browns helmet on it and would add value. What do you call? I never liked brown hats for some reason. Maybe because I'm black and it just never meshed, but I don't know. I just never liked it. This shirt right here, remember I'm a big guy, so I have to go to DXL store as we kind of watch Bitcoin go back down here just a little bit. I forgot, sorry. Well, I got distracted here because I remember I had a limit order here for a buy zone for Bitcoin, and I forgot to take it off. So I had a copy trade that just hit here. And I just closed it for the smallest of profits, but I wanted to make sure it closed in the green here. So that's what I was focusing on here on the side. Because I don't like to trade when I'm with you guys. It feels weird. And my mind is not where it needs to be as far as actually like managing a trade, doing all the stop loss stuff. But okay. I mean, I'm already past my time for like an hour, but let me show you this. So there's a store called DXL here. Oh, not me, Kevin. DXL. and it's basically like a store for large guys. It's like they have quality clothes. Like this is a polo. I got polo socks from there. My shorts freaking cost $65. Freaking travesty. But I think that's what most shorts go for these days. I think jeans go for $100 on average these days. I think whenever I go to the store, I think that's what they cost. I don't wear jeans personally. I wear khakis. But they have these cool shirts here, like shirts, polos, and rugbies. The shirt I'm wearing right now. No, I don't need any of that type of stuff. Brand Polo Ralph Lauren. Yeah, this is a polo shirt. So should be polo. I'm not good at brands. It's this thing right here, but I think it's mesh shirt. No, it's not mesh. It's soft touch. Yeah, I don't know what about you guys, but I like having this soft stuff on me. But it's like orange, and that's what it is. No, it's red. Maybe it was orange that I was already looking at. But yeah, it's like this shirt. I got my, oh, it's on sale now for 20%. Wow. Cool. But yeah, but yeah, I like these types of shirts a lot. They're nice. They're just so expensive. They're so damn expensive. It has the teeniest of horses here, the teeniest of horses. But since I'm gonna try to learn golf, I was thinking might as well, you know, try to look the part for golfing and stuff like that. And hey, GT, I appreciate that very much. And same with you, Tony. I appreciate you guys coming here every day. And where's the GAN? I mean, the GAN for what? I mean, I could always do GAN boxes and stuff, but I mean, at a certain point, it really overwhelms the chart, which is why I don't do it too often. But if you guys ever want a GAN stuff, let me know. Starting tomorrow. Today, I don't have time for a GAN. Can you explain the best percentages of crypto portfolio if possible? Like what best percentages to have in Bitcoin and Ethereum and what percentage for other crypto and the rest? I have a video coming on that out in tomorrow. Yes, I would say for me personally, around 80 to 70% of your entire portfolio is usually going to be Bitcoin and Ethereum. The last 30%, the last 20%, however much risk you want to allocate on top of that, will be in stuff like your Matics, your ADAs, your XRPs, your Solanas, excuse me, stuff like that. You know, maybe to drum down on it a little bit more, just a teeny bit more, let's do 75% Bitcoin and Ethereum. For me, of that 75%, about 65% is going to be Ethereum. The rest is going to be Bitcoin. Ethereum moves a lot more, you know, in the bull market for me. So I usually like holding Ethereum. But I think the safest, if you want to play it the safest, I would really just say Bitcoin. Like you flip that equation over. Now, if 75% is going to Bitcoin and Ethereum, I would put 5%. So we have 20% after this. 5% into the most volatile coins you can think of. These are coins that you're putting in there where you just think, hey, if this goes parabolic, I become a millionaire type of stuff. I think crypto allows you to do that. You may not feel comfortable with 5%, but maybe 4, 3, 2, even 1%, okay? And then whatever's left over, you think about the larger market cap plays or the plays that have a huge industry backing. So these can be plays like Arbitrum. These can be like Dogecoin, ADA, XRP, like we just talked about, all the types of tokens. And they're a little bit more volatile, but they really do have some really good moves in the bull market. And everybody's really excited about them. That's how I would break down my portfolio. It's kind of how my portfolio is kind of broken down. But, you know, I have mine in separate portfolios. So I have like a Bitcoin portfolio and Ethereum portfolio. Like, you know, for those two, I have a separate portfolio for my smaller stuff, another portfolio for my more medium stuff. But the majority of my assets are held in Ethereum and Bitcoin. It's a safe play for me at this point. Safe play. But yeah, I would say it's best to play it safe when it comes to long-term crypto investing. You can have money in ApeCoin if you want AXS and stuff like that, but just know they're going to be a little bit higher risk, and they can definitely make you more money. But if you're looking for stability, you know, a Bitcoin isn't even that stable itself. Ethereum isn't that stable itself, but it's the most stable that we really got. Wonder if we're gonna watch the drop off. I mean, right now, I personally had a buy order right here, so I would assume like I was gonna be buying and holding for a while. I would have still been holding, but that order triggered over here at close positions. Yeah, the position opened at 26,571 and I closed it at 573. So it's the smallest of gains because I just didn't want to worry about it right now. So that buying spot was what, 571. Kind of right. Let me just go zoom in. Jeez. 571. There you go. Right there is where that order triggered. You know, and it's up to 576 right now, so it's like $6 higher. We'll see, but I would, my goal when I took this trade earlier, when I set this limit order earlier, was to actually buy and ride a wave back up, and hopefully it would kind of consolidate for a while, then bounce back up. I wasn't expecting all this drama, I guess I would say, when it comes to the debt crisis. I thought they were going to have a meeting today. Everybody's going to be happy going into the weekend. Freaking apparently not. But, you know, we'll see how that all works out. Let's see. You got your cash reserves waiting for the big dip. I think everybody has cash reserves waiting for a big dip, except for all the finance gurus saying that we're not going to drop back down below $27,000, $26,000. That we're only going to go to $50,000, $80,000, $100,000. You know, it's absolutely insane. All the gurus pushing all that stuff out right now. But it is fun to hope and wish, though. You know, especially we could easily bounce off of here and go back to $35,000 by the end of next week. That's totally realistic. But at this point, you know, we just need to focus on where we're at right now as far as the support level and hope we can continue to go higher. All right, let's go back over here. I want to see us go back up a little bit more. And this is the trade I was hoping for if I would have stayed on it, but I didn't because I panicked. Well, I panicked because I was in front of you guys. I don't like to trade in front of people. But yeah. So far, what do you call, things are looking okay. But okay, buddy, I'm gonna call it a night here. I still need to go make some dinner. I'll see you guys tomorrow evening, and tomorrow, since it's Friday, I'll probably hop on around 5 o'clock, and then we'll probably try to go till 7 or 8 or something like that. I have some stuff I have to do tomorrow night as far as cleaning my car, because I'm not gonna be able to do it tomorrow, and basically just like house cleaning stuff, because I want to go out and have some fun Saturday and Sunday, and I don't really want to do it before then. Okay, so I'll see you guys a little bit later, and I'll analyze gold for you tomorrow if you come back. Thanks, everybody.